Digital Divide in the 21st Century Classroom. Presentation by Dallas Reagan. What does digital equality mean? Digital equality is an environment where all students have the same technology resources. But is this really possible? This is a very complicated answer because it depends on the location. At home, a student may have varying different approaches or access to technology. However, at school, in a more controlled environment, there is more of a possibility for equality. So what does the digital equality in our state look like? Well, in Georgia, it is estimated that roughly 78% of homes have access to the internet, meaning roughly 2 out of every 10 of our students have no internet access. And of course, this statistic will vary depending on which specific areas of the state you look at. So, since we can't say Georgia is very digitally equal, let's look at our equity. Digital equity means that each student has access to resources they need to succeed in the academic environment. And since all Georgia public schools teach technology-related courses, we do achieve this digital equity. So, what can we do as educators to bridge this digital gap that we find in our student population? Strategy number 1, know your students' technology and internet abilities. You do this by knowing your individual students' backgrounds. You could give them an anonymous survey. That way, if you have students from lower economic status families, they would not be embarrassed to reveal that they may not have internet at home, and you would know how to properly approach them. Strategy number 2, create homework assignments that do not require access to internet. They could download something as a PDF file on their phones, since many students have smartphones these days. Also, educate them about where free internet access can be found, such as a public library or coffee shop, since many students are unaware of this. Strategy number 3, give your students plenty of time to work in class on activities that may require usage of the internet. This should become much more easy as more and more schools are going one-on-one with technology by implementing Chromebook carts and such. Strategy number 4, teach digital literacy in your classroom. This can be done through the media, such as films. It can also be done using comics, where you either do some sort of detailed analysis on a certain subject or have students create their own comic. You could also use art visuals to promote critical thinking. Strategy number 5, always be willing to change and adapt. Technology is so fluid with new tools coming out almost every month. So always be on the lookout for what may help your students that hasn't even been invented yet. So what do we do with this information? Just know that there will always be economic disparity in our classrooms, and there's little we can do to control that. But we can control our classrooms and how we teach individual students regardless of their backgrounds.
Created using Powtoon.